All right, welcome everyone to this live demo session on SAP UI5 and Fiori training with me, Anubhav. In this live demo session today, we are going to start with introduction to SAP UI5. We'll try and understand who is this training for. You will get an end-to-end overview of what is SAP UI5 and of course, my teaching technique for this training. I will be your host and host for this journey on the end-to-end course on SAP UI5, which will make you a hero from zero. There is no prerequisite for this training. Anyone who is just passed out of the college without any prior knowledge, you can certainly join this course. So let's talk about the agenda for this demo today. In our demo today, we are going to discuss who is this training for, the overview of this training, the overall course, what can you expect. We will discuss about our demo use case followed by a live system demo. And then at the end, we will have some of the frequently asked question and answers. That's what exactly we will be looking at in this demo session today. Awesome. All right, so let's understand who is this training for. Anubhav, is this training relevant for me? Am I the right person who could join this course? Will this training going to help me? If yes, how exactly? So if you're working like a UX designer like John, who is currently working and designing user experience, mockups and layouts for his company, this training is going to help you to venture into the real development rather than coming out and building just the mockups, build real application, real development. You could do this with the help of this training. If you're working as a technical advocate like Thomas, who would like to learn and build best UI technology, one of the best in the industry, which is SAP UI5, and want to develop SAP applications, this training is also going to help you. No matter which background you come from, which technology you come from, if you're a developer, if you're a technical advocate, this is certainly the right place you are at. If you are a fresher out of college with zero knowledge, zero prerequisite, zero experience, want to venture into SAP field, want to venture and boost up your career and get a job like Claire, then this is also the right training. This is in fact the first step to become a SAP full stack developer. If you aspire to become a full stack SAP developer and triple your salary or double your salary, this is the right courses for you. Or finally, you are an application developer like working on ABAP, BSP, WebDyn Pro, Portal, SAP, SuccessFactor, Fieldglass, Ariba, Concur, S4HANA, ECC, BW, no matter what, then this training is also for you. For any SAP consultant to build amazing Fiori apps on ECC and S4 HANA, you would be able to do that quite easily with the help of this training. Awesome stuff. So now we relate what are the different profiles and job roles in the market which can relate to this course. Having said that, what can you expect in this journey of next 40 hour? So we'll begin with the fundamentals, where you'll start with the core concepts of HTML5, CSS, jQuery, and also the Business Application Studio tool. How to get started with SAP UI5. That will be our starting point. That will be our journey where we will first teach you the basics. That's why there are no prerequisite for this training actually. Then step number two, we'll start and learn SAP UI5. You will understand the core concepts of SAP UI5, including the UI5 framework, the software development kit, and also you will learn how to build end-to-end MVC applications. Model view controller based application is what you're going to see actually as part of this journey. How to build end-to-end MVC based apps, the technical framework which we use to build applications. In the third step, we will begin with Fiori user experience. Understand how to create Fiori applications using SAP's mobile library, using latest concepts like component.js, router, route match handler, manifest, and many more. And finally, you will learn how to expose your real ERP data, no matter which company, which system, which country, which project do you work. how to expose your real ECC, ERP data, S4HANA data, BW data, success factor data using OData services and then consume them in Fiori apps. This course is designed for an absolute beginner, an absolute starter who have zero knowledge on SAP UI5, who could just come in and learn SAP UI5 with us to transform your career, your journey from a dialogue programming or a webbed-in pro programming to SAP Fiori user experience applications. Anyone who come from a ABAP background or non-SAP background also can learn and join this course to become a full stack SAP developer. That's my promise to all of you. Zero knowledge, zero prerequisite, zero prior experience is required to join this course. No prior experience is required. You will become a champion on SAP UI5 at the end of this journey. So, what can you expect today? What we have planned for you in the demo. In the live demo session today, I'm going to begin with the development tool, so-called Business Application Studio, which I've already set up for you. Then in the step 2, I will create a project in SAP Base Tool. Then step 3, we will learn about quick overview of MVC architecture, followed by a simple one button UI5 application like a hello world kind of application, and then we will run that in the browser. So what are we waiting? Let's begin and talk about what is SAP UI5 first of all. So let me explain you what exactly SAP UI5 is and why do we use SAP UI5. Towards the end, I will give you an opportunity to ask questions. So I request you to kindly keep yourself muted for next 15 to 20 minutes till the time I finish the demo, and then we will have live question answers regarding this training. So SAP UI5 is a framework which is used to develop responsive web applications. Wow, what a definition. So then comes is these two words, so-called framework and this word called responsive. What do we mean by that? Let's understand. So what's a framework? If someone asks you in interview, what's a framework? So a framework is nothing but it is a collection of libraries. Wow. So guys, the best part here is we are living in 21st century. We are, the time is gone when you used to type every single line of code to build a program, like hashtag include studio.h, hashtag include conio.h. Remember the school days when you started C programming? That time is gone. Now you don't have that time. Now we are living in a century where there are more advanced tools, there are more advanced features. Most of the development these days happen in industry via frameworks, where you have reusable libraries, classes, modules. You use them, you quickly use them, you don't reinvent the wheel, and then on top of it you build your application. So SAP UI5 is not less than that. It's basically a framework of libraries which gives you speed, which gives you consistency, and also brings down the total cost of development for you. What is a library then? A library is nothing but it's a collection of classes. What is a class then, Anubhav? So a class is nothing but it's a collection of attributes, events, functions, and aggregations. Wow. Which means essentially you're getting the pre-built, pre-developed classes from the side of SAP, and you could utilize them to build your application. That's fantastic. Now then comes is responsive. What do we mean by responsive? The word responsive which I've written over here, it means you write the code only once and then you reuse it again and again. So it's basically an application which adapt itself according to the device. Yes. So you build one time and then you can use it on any device, anytime, anywhere, any platform, and any browser. Wow. Which means you're just writing the code once and then reusing it. This is a world of mobile phones. This is a world of smart devices, and you would definitely want to build applications which are basically run on different devices. Now, when you build an application, you got to follow certain rules because we are not building college project. So when it comes to building a UI5 applications, they always follow so-called MVC architecture. What is MVC? Model, view, and controller. So if you want to build an application, It is essentially important that you have a model, a view, and a controller. We are not building a college project, we are building a project for a company, a real time enterprise. So what are these three components? This is the industry best practice to build any UI application, and according to that, the user will always interact with the view. That's your input output. This is where user will receive the input and send the output. That's exactly what we do. Then from there, the call will be sent to controller. Let's say user click on a button. When user clicks on a button, a call will be sent to our controller, and controller is where the processing takes place. So this is the processing engine, where you will have something called an event handler. In the event handler, you will be writing all your processing logic. That's basically happens inside the controller. Then once the controller processes your instructions in an event handler, in case there is a data required, it will ask model to provide the data or ask model to change the data. And once model finishes the change, it notifies back to the controller, and then controller will send this processed data back to the screen, back to the view. Hence user can see the data back again on the UI. So this is how typically the entire application is structured in real world for an enterprise, for a company. Remember, once again, we are not building college project, we are building a real time application. So it's all based on MVC. However, I have a dedicated unit number 12, where I'm going to talk about MVC in detail for next 1 hour. But for demonstration purpose today, I've kept it very small. So we have view where we write all the input output. We have the controller where we write all the processing logic, and we have the model where we keep all our application data. So these are the essential part of an application. Now, in order to build a UI5 application for the first time, we use something called BAS tool. So I've already set up the bash tool over here on my computer. But in the next episode tomorrow, I will show you how did I get this screen. All of you will be able to get this tool free of cost in the next episode. That's our topic for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will see how to set up bash tool by yourself, how to get started with the journey of development of UI5 applications. But for today in the demo, I've already set up this already for you, and I'm going to begin creating a project. So let's begin creating a project. As I mentioned, it's a low code, no code environment where you don't have to write too much of coding to build your first application. So I start by creating a project from template, and I choose I want to build a Fiori application. And then I would get started with the selection of a template, which are ready to use templates, which I can choose to build an application. I will go with the basic Fiori application, very simple one. I will click on next. And at the moment, I don't want to connect to any data source, which means I don't want to take data from any SAP system. So for that reason, I will keep it as none, as empty. And then I will proceed further to get started with creating a Fiori application. So I click on next, and then I provide a view name. Remember, in the slide I mentioned view is nothing but the input output. So let's provide a view name. Computer is going to create that for you. Let's provide the application name. So I want to build my first application in front of all of you. So my Fiori app, and I will give a title. So you can see it's a very low code, no code environment where you don't have to write too much of coding, and most part of the application will get created. Of course, as part of this training, I will have a promise of no copy paste. Most of the trainers online, they teach you copy paste of code. They have a ready-made program written. They just explain you, walk through the code and say training is done. That's not my style of teaching, guys. We will follow the strict no copy paste principle. I will write every single line of code. So you can see over here an application is already generated now. It's kind of a simple application which is created, and it has got the web app folder, and now exactly you can see the so-called model, view, and the controller. Wow, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. So now if I just go back to the view, and I will open my main view with a layout editor. So let me right click, open with layout editor. I can just start designing my screens. I can start designing my input output. So this is where exactly the designer will start. You can see it's loading up, and this is exactly where we can start developing our screens, our UI. So once again, it's a low code, no code environment where you don't have to write too much of coding to be able to build an amazing application. However, I will show you both the techniques, the code technique and non-code technique. So here on the left hand side, you got the list of all the controls to choose from. And for example, I will go ahead and choose a button for now. Fantastic. And then I will just give the name of the button. Let's say the element of the button, the ID, and I will name it as maybe let it be. And I say click me. And the next control which I would like to add is perhaps an image control. So these are the different controls. I will explain you in the coming episodes how to use different controls, their libraries, their documentation in unit number 12 and 13. So for now, I've got an image, but I don't like this image. This is basically the UI5 logo, but I would like to get my favorite cartoon character, Donald Duck. So I'm going to go back to Google and search a Donald Duck image over there, and then I can just copy that image address to bring it back and paste that over here. And that's where I should see my Donald Duck. Oops, not really. Maybe I'm just gonna go back and copy this one, another one, because that one is not working. Yes, there you go. That's my Donald Duck. So now I want to hide this Donald Duck right now at the beginning. So I'm going to go back down to the visible property. These are the list of properties for the image control, and we make it visible. So initially my Donald Duck is invisible. Nobody can see them. Yes, nobody can see him. If you make it visible again, you say true, it will come up again. Yeah, it'll come up again. So that's how you can basically make your Donald Duck icon ready, and then you can just have your control. Now in case the control is invisible, you can always go ahead and find that control on the outline view actually. Yes, so you can just go back and reopen the view, for example, in the code window, and here is where you can find your control, the image control. Let me also give an ID for my control called Donald. That's the ID I want to give for my Donald Duck control. Maybe not the ID as image one, so that I can recognize this control later point of time throughout my journey in the source code. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So I will just give a ID for my control as Donald. Very nice. So what is the next step? Our next step is I would like to go ahead and make this Donald Duck visible at runtime. So when user click the button, that time I want my Donald Duck to be visible. So what I will do is I will put an action called press, and I say on click. That's my event handler name. I'm attaching against the event called press event. So I explained you that when user clicks on the view, an event gets triggered, and then you have an event handler inside the controller. So this is my event handler, which I need to now write inside my controller. So let's go back to controller class, and here we will write our function for event handler. So I know some of you not able to digest what am I doing. Don't worry, you will become a hero from zero. This is just a demo session, so I just wanted to get you comfortable with my teaching style. Now, what am I going to do here? I'm going to get the object of the view, and inside the view, I have my Donald Duck, which is the object of my image control, and then on top of it I may need to make it visible. These are the three things I want to do over here in my controller now. So I will first get the view object. So I say this dot get me the view object please. This is a predefined function provided by SAP. I'm going to explain all the predefined function in unit number 13 in this training, so you get very comfortable with them. Then I will get my control object, which is the Donald. If you remember, Donald was the ID I have provided for my image control. Over here you see Donald. So that's exactly what I'm picking up over here, Donald. And then I will say set visible equals to true. Make my Donald Duck visible on the screen. Fantastic. So this is exactly what am I following now. And if you go back and see this in action, what do you see? So let's go ahead and run this application. To run the application, you have to go back to the application info. which is displayed by with the bash tool, and then we will say preview my app now. So let's start. And now the application is starting. It's just booting up. In just few seconds, you're going to get the output displayed on another tab. So let it run. It's just booting up. In just few seconds, you're going to see the preview of your application, which is a very simple, like hello world, like a program with just a small button on the UI. Yes, that's exactly we do have at the moment. We don't have anything radically different or anything radically, created. Just a simple button and an image control on the UI. It's just booting up. Just have to wait until it boots up the application, and then we should be able to play our application quickly on the UI, where we will see just a button, and then of course next to the button you would also see the image. It's taking a bit of time to start the application. We just have to wait here. Just give me a minute. It is just taking a bit of time. It's kind of stuck. Just waiting for it to start. And then we should be able to see the output. My screen is gone. Let me reshare. Okay. So just waiting for application to start so that I can show the output on the screen. Yes, that's what I want to see. It's just booting up. Let it boot. In the meanwhile, let me move on to some of the frequently asked questions by all of you in the previous demos which I've conducted. So we have already taught thousands of consultants across the globe on this topic of SAP UI5. So let me start with some of the FAQs first. Yes, it is the first session, Jamal. So what will be the duration of this training and what are the prerequisites? So guys, the duration of this training is 40 hours and there are no prerequisite. You just need to have very basic programming skill. That's all. That's all I expect. I don't expect you to be a rocket scientist. You just need to have a very basic programming skill. Any programming language you've ever worked, that's more than enough. No prerequisite to join this course. If the timing doesn't suit me, can I go with video mode training? Yes. Those who are joining from Europe, for you perhaps it's a midnight and you cannot attend the live classes. You can go ahead with video mode training, or in case you want to fast track your learning, you have a burning project requirement. In that case also you can start with video mode training and ask your questions over the email. What tool do I need for this training and how do I get them? So the tools which we will be requiring for this journey will be Business Application Studio and VS Code tool. And both the tools I will be actually teaching you as part of this training. So you don't need to have any prior knowledge or prior experience. In the next episode tomorrow, I will show you how to set up these tools as part of your journey. Yes. So that's what I will be doing already in the next episode tomorrow. So stay tuned tomorrow, same time. I will show you how to set up these tools and both of them we will set up for free. So for free, you will be able to practice and learn and do these things in the system. Now, what about the server access to practice OData and services? So guys, the server will be made available in unit number 29. We would not need the server access right away. We would need SAP system or server access towards the last 10 classes, and Anubhav will cover in session number 29 how to get the server access for yourself. So I will guide you the complete stuff for a real-time server and integration, but that would be session number 29. I'll spend considerable time over there regarding the server access needed for joining this training and completing the end-to-end assignments. Now, will you cover the real-time scenarios, Anubhav? Yes, guys, this is a real-time training which will cover end-to-end everything starting from scratch, from the very first step of designing, developing, building, packaging, deploying, and transporting your application to production system. So that's what exactly what we will be learning as part of this entire journey when it comes to this whole training. I am new to SAP UI5. Anubhav, can I learn UI5? Yes, you can. Anyone can learn UI5, even a college fresher. This training is designed for college freshers. Yes, so even a college fresher can join this training and learn SAP UI5 because all the prerequisites like HTML, CSS, JS, and jQuery related to the web development is part of this training. This package includes the basic web development also, so that you don't need to have any prior experience and you all can learn that. So in case if I miss a class, can I refer the training? Yes, so every session like today's one will get recorded. And in case you miss a session, later point of time, you can go back and check the video recording of this training, which we will publish in our training blog. So you all will have an access to our training material, training blog, where you can go ahead and attend and watch out the video recordings of these classes on every session as and when the session gets progressed. Now, finally, what is the process to enroll for this training, Anubhav? It's very simple. You just got to drop us an email on contact@anubhavtrainings.com. So note down the email ID carefully. Don't mistake on the email ID. It's very, very carefully you got to note down. So it's contact@anubhavtrainings.com. That's how you can go ahead and attend and join this journey with us when it comes to working with one and joining this training. Yes, so this is the process. So having said that, let me just quickly now go back and show you how I have got it created. So my application is now up and running, which we just created. And if I go back over there and I click on click me, there you go. That's my Donald Duck. So this is a very simple hello world kind of a program which we built in just like 10 to 20 minutes. Imagine after this 40-hour of training, what can you do for your company? Any kind of requirement which comes under your company, you will be able to address. If you feeling alone, if you feeling scared, if you feeling lack of knowledge today, if you feeling that you're not getting the respect you deserve, if you want to double your salary, this is the right place at the right time you are at. This is exactly going to address all those insecurities and concern. This skill when you build it, that's what going to get you the respect. That's what going to get you the career progression what you are looking forward for. So this is the right skill and the right training which you have it here. When it comes to anubhavtrainings.com, we are here committed to provide you the best in class training to get you onboarded with the new skills which will help you to boost your career and your growth. Having said that, the way to get started is the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That was the statement from Walt Disney, and what a true statement. We stop talking and we start doing things. That's why we are here. That's why you all are here in this demo session. Once again, thank you so much on my behalf on the behalf of my team for joining this demo and making it happen today. I'll catch you up tomorrow at the same time for the next episode on this training. Don't forget to send us an email on contact@anubhavtrainings.com. Once again, thank you so much, everyone. Now it's time for your questions one by one. If you do have any questions, please unmute your line and ask your questions by one. Any
Anubhav,
questions on the line?
How much
Yes, sir.
hello,
cost?
yes.
How,
Anubhav, I'm confused. What's the time in Canada here? About 8:30 p.m. or 9?
It's same time what you joined the demo today. It's 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning India time. I don't know which time zone you are right now. So today we started the
Now it
session at
is
the same.
now it is 10 o'clock
It's 10
p.m.
o'clock for you now,
Yeah, yes, p.m. Yeah,
10 p.m. So I think it's 9:30 p.m. your time. Same time
9:30,
what we
huh?
had the demo today. Yes, 9:30 p.m. for
Okay.
you. Yes.
Okay, I'm registered officially now in the training.
All
Anubhav.
right. Thank you so much, Jamal. I guess
Okay,
you also
you're
attended
welcome.
recently the
Yes,
ABAP on
yes,
HANA.
Hi, Anubhav.
the above on Hannah, yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Jamal. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this batch. Okay. Next
Thank
question,
you.
please.
Thank you.
how much cost fee for
Well,
video on?
good morning from India.
One by one, please. So regarding the course fee registration
Yeah.
process, kindly
Hello, Namo.
email
This is
on
called.
contact@anubatrainings.com. That's the right place, that's the right platform to ask your question regarding the registration process, course fee, and all the other administration work. Please email on contact@anubatrainings.com for course fee, course registration detail. This is purely a technical session. Here we only discuss technical parts and of course questions related to this topic. Yes, next question, please.
Yeah, Namo. This is Kaushik from India. Good morning. So my question is that is this course going to teach me to build a standalone UI5 app? I'm not talking about the Fiori. It's only UI5 because my client has only the UI5 setup from their end. So they just want to build a UI5 app. And then,
Absolutely.
so,
You are at
so
right
is
place.
that possible?
It is
Okay.
possible, and that's what this training.
They have a ECC backend. Okay. Okay.
No problem. So that's exactly the courses. This course is not Fiori elements. This
Okay.
course is freestyle Fiori apps from scratch,
Mhm.
like your customer has. That's exactly what we are looking at. You will
Oh,
become a
okay.
champion on UI5 towards the end of this journey. There's a question from Rubika in the chat.
Okay.
Anubhav, I've
Okay.
gone
Okay.
through the
Okay.
UI5 SDK. I find rule builder control,
Yes.
basic decision table, advanced decision table difficult to understand. Do you teach that? No, Rubika. Those are covered in advanced Fury training. If you are interested to understand decision table and all these advanced concepts, join our advanced Fury training in video mode. Those are very, very advanced controls. So they are part of the advanced Fury training. This is the core training. This is
Okay.
the training on building the background, building the fundamental, making you get started with UI5 and make a UI5 champion. But then after understanding, then you can build any control of your choice from SDK. So if you are looking exactly one control, particular control, you can just attend or check the SDK, of course, but you can attend the Fury advanced training. But in this training, we will not cover the decision table control.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Hi Anubhav, Vishal this
Hi,
side.
Vishal.
I wanted
Yeah.
to check. I wanted to check on the certification side, like how this course will be really helpful for me to get the certification for Fiori
So I will
Fiori
guide
5.
you. There is a unit towards the end of this training, the session. There's a unit plan for you where I will guide you which is the certification exam you can clear after taking this course. So that's part of your training. Towards the end of these classes, I will guide you how to take the certification exam for this training. Yes, that is part of your training. Towards the end of this training, I will guide you about that.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Anubhav.
Thank you so much, sir, for your question. Are there any other questions on the line regarding this training? Yes, we officially started today, and tomorrow is our Monday is our next class. It's a weekday batch. What is the schedule? Okay, let me talk about the schedule of this training. So this is a 40-hour training, and we will cover weekday Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 8 a.m. India time, every weekday, one session, which means 1 hour per day, which means we have total 5 hour per week, Monday to Friday, multiplied by 8 weeks. That is total 40 hours. The timing remains fixed, morning 7 to 8 a.m. I usually don't cancel my session, whether it is birthdays, anniversaries, or Diwali or some public holiday. I don't cancel my session. So very rare cases I cancel my session. But again, if in case I cancel, then I do update in prior so that you don't lose your time. All the study material, all the training material, all the training videos will be published in our video blog. I'll just show you the most recently completed batch, which I have just completed this week itself, where we already covered the similar batch with lot of students. So I'll just show you the journey, how it will be, the learning mechanism and the learning methodology. So this is an already completed batch video. You can see here this was completed like this week itself, and you see all the videos over here. Yes, of course, when we complete our batch day by day, you'll see the videos day by day. But this is something which is an already completed batch. You can see all the videos are there. So in case somebody want to fast track their learning, they don't want to attend live classes, they don't have a time to wait, they can go with video mode training. Yes, so this is the kind of a blog access you all will get. Those who've already subscribed, I'm sure you would have already got the blog access. Yes, for this training, and then you also see the study material where you can go and check out the study material. So this will be the process. This will be the self learning. You will also have a calendar invite integrated so that you don't have to ask every day my team what is the link to join the class. So you'll be notified automatically. It will be a fully self service so that you can attend the regular classes on daily basis. So yes, Abhishek, you are right. So no prior knowledge is required. You are a college fresher, Abhishek? No problem. No problem. This course is for you. You are an app developer, have no idea about what UI5 is? No problem. This is the right course you are at. You are a WebDin BSP developer, portal developer. You are a warehouse manager. You are a SAP BW consultant, ECC consultant, S4 HANA consultant. You are a dialogue programmer. You are a GUI developer. Don't worry. This is the right place you are at. This is the first steps towards the new technologies in the world of SAP. You hear terms like SAP BTP, SAP CDS views, SAP, many things. You are scared about all these things. This is the right step. This is the first step towards the new technological changes in the world of SAP. Yes, this is the right place you are at. You always have to start UI5 Fiori first. And then I will guide you throughout this journey. What are the different courses you can browse through to boost up your career in the future? So Jamal, I would like you to speak few words about the feedback on the previous training you have attended with us. So would you like to add some
Okay.
feedback? How was your
Yeah.
experience?
Yes. It was really a great experience, Mr. Abunab was actually explaining very well, and he knows what he's doing, I'm now trying studying to prepare myself for the certificate exam for ABAP on HANA. It's really very nice experience. And this is why I came back to this training. Yes.
Welcome back.
Everybody will notice that how he is organized and explains very well. Not only giving examples or something, but he explains the technology. That's what I like also. Thank you, Anubhav. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being part of this batch, Jamal. I hope to see you,
Hi,
and I promise you that
You're
you'll
welcome.
be fulfilling all the promises I made. Yes, next question.
yeah, hi Anubhav.
Yes,
Actually, I have thought of taking the video mode because I do not have much time to learn the advanced things in Fiori. So,
okay.
in which unit are you teaching the rule builder, this basic decision table, advanced
Hmm.
decision table?
As I mentioned, this course does not cover that topic, ma'am. So you
Yes,
can also take
yes.
our job support. So in case you are stuck and you are new to UI5, you can start with video mode learning by yourself. But in case on the other hand, you can also take a job support from us. You can drop us an email regarding UI5 job support. We do have consultants who can help you with the job support. That will be a separate subscription you can take, and we can do all your work. You
Okay.
just have to give us the work. We will finish all the work. We'll explain you, and then you can copy paste the code to your manager and show it to them that you've completed everything. So for next 1 month, 2 month, you will be on a lifeline support, which is a job support. Parallelly, you are also upskilling with the training. So that way, right around at the end
Okay.
of 2 to 3 months, you are able to complete your work with the help of our job support. Plus, additionally, you are also completing the training. So that I can suggest you in case you are stuck somewhere, we can help you out. We can fix things for you.
How do I contact job support?
So you can just send me an email. I will let you know the plan for the job support and I'll assign the consultant accordingly. That's my email ID. I gave it in the chat window. You can copy that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much once
Yeah.
again for being part of this demo session. I really enjoyed the demo today, everyone. See you in the next class tomorrow at the same time. The link is going to change. You need to contact@anubhavtrainings.com, please, to subscribe the course, and they will guide you with the complete set of steps about joining the next class, which is on Monday. So it's a weekday batch. Today is a Friday. Monday is our next class, morning 7 a.m. same time, and that's how you can join in. And please contact my team at contact@anubhavtrainings.com, and they will guide you the process to enroll. And once you are enrolled through, then you will be basically be guided through the process to join the next class on Monday morning. Once again, thank you so much. Anubhav signing out. Catch you up. See you on Monday. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.